Hey y'all, Cool and All Manga here. Today reviewing One Piece episode 574. And we are in the New World. Damn. Straight up. This episode was, overall, it was pretty good. I'm not gonna say it was like great, but it was pretty good. Like this is what a One Piece episode is. This is One Piece right here, this episode today, cause damn, the way they threw it together, I love the way they threw it together, and definitely like having, Bing Sake played by Brooke. That was awesome. Definitely not the best version I've heard, but it was definitely a bit of a fun version. It was pretty good for the little like 50 seconds that it was on, but yeah, let's get into an episode summary, because really there wasn't that much that happened. Basically, we got ascending the sea, and it wasn't really ascending the sea so much as getting like wormholed, as Luffy would say, to like another part of the New World. So we started the episode off, and there's some sea kings out in the water, and a smaller sea king gets eaten by a bigger sea king, and then another huge giant sea king comes and eats that sea king, and Luffy's like, oh my god, that sea king just ate two other sea kings. I wonder how it'll taste, Luffy style, And then we see Nami in the shower, and for some reason we got Chopper there just, watching, just like, yeah, what up? I'm Chopper, I get to do whatever I want. And comments on how the clouds look. The cloud that she's using to wash herself looks like cotton candy, and she's like, yeah, no, you can't eat this, Chopper. You can't, no, you can't eat it. And then, so you see Brooke and Sanji, they're trying to get a good peek, and they're like, oh dang, Nami, turn around, and then all of a sudden, Nami's like, okay, Chopper, just move out of the way. And Chopper moves a little bit, and then the cloud just slowly starts flowing, and then all of a sudden moving, and then turns black and whatnot, and it just, wow. They get zapped right up. They get zapped. And we go back to outside, and Luffy has, he's taken out the Sea King, the giant Sea King, and he's attached it to the ship. And they plan on eating it when they get to the New World. Perfect way to get to the New World, eat a giant Sea King. Definitely a first thing to do in the New World. And all of a sudden, a giant whirlpool forms. It's like an underwater whirlpool, some like white strum or something like that. And Luffy's like, oh, what the hell? It's trying to suck in the Sea King, like, damn, we just got that, we just caught that shit. And Robin's like, oh dang, something's up, this is bad. And then Nami's like, oh, what the hell? She's in the shower getting dressed and whatnot, and then she's like, what? Oh dang, that's the white strum, oh shit. So she comes out and she's like, alright, what the hell's going down? Why are we getting sucked into this? And she sees that the fucking Sea King is attached to the ship and it's getting sucked in, and she's like, alright, that's it. What the hell? I leave for 10 minutes and you guys get into this shit? Like, what the hell? So she tells Luffy to go and cut loose the Sea King, and Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji are like, what? No! Because, Luffy and Zoro, they wanted to eat the fish, and Sanji wanted to cook that shit, and they're just like, they're heartbroken. And then Nami's like, alright, Frankie, let's get a Coupe De Burst. And Frankie, like a boss, is like, it's super too late. Super. Damn. Gotta love Frankie, gotta love him. And they just get sucked right into the vortex, And they're getting sucked in. You know, Luffy's hanging on, straight up old school One Piece. You know, getting caught in storms and whatnot, and getting like the ship almost destroyed. Like Frankie's like, oh dang man, the Sunny's not gonna be able to hold together. It's not even strong enough to survive this crap. Like, this is intense. This Whirlpool was just like destroying them. And then after like a really rough ride, they end up stopping. And Luffy's like, what? We stopped. And Nami's like, well, something must have stopped us. And they look, and there's a huge black wall in front of them. And they're like, what the hell? That's not the red line. What did we hit? Right? And so they end up seeing an eye open. And they're like, well, what the hell? And Chopper's like, ah, it's a ghost, you know? Chopper being the little coward that he is. And then all of a sudden it starts floating away, and they realize it's a whale. It's an island whale. And Luffy mistakes one of them that has scars on its head for Laboon. And, you know, Brook is like, oh, Laboon, he starts crying and whatnot, and like, it's me, stop, it's me. But, you know, they end up realizing that, none of these are Laboon, but this may be the family that Laboon, was originally with. Like, this might be his hurt, okay? So, then, Sanji's just like, yo, alright. Is everyone alive? And then he's like, Nami. Nami's like, yep. He's like, Robin. Robin's like, yep. He's like, alright. Let's go. Let's get out of here. And then, you know, Chopper and Usopp are like, what? There's 6 more people. Come on, man. You know, Zoro just chilling. He's like, what up? No, I don't care. I don't even care. And, so we get, Brook goes up and he starts playing, Bing Sake. And the whales, they joyfully, you know, they're happy about the song. They're like, oh yeah. And because the song is playing, they decide to joyfully rise and ascend the sea with the straw hats on one of their heads. And they basically carry the straw hats to the sea level. And, you see like a flashback of all their training to get to the new world, you know. Frankie making his modifications, Zoro training with Mihawk, Sanji on Nukama Island, and Robin with the Revolutionary Island, Nami and Weatheria, and Usopp with the Beetle guy, you know. And he's fat and he's training with the fucking seeds and shit. And then, you know, you see Chopper learning his shit and becoming a better doctor. You see Brook also, like, you know, jamming out, being Soul King, jamming it right out. And, yeah, then Luffy just smiles, you know, bam. They get to the new world. They're above the sea water. They're above sea level now. And they realize, damn, this shit is exactly like what people said. It is just as chaotic as they thought. The lightning coming down like everywhere. Lightning everywhere, fucking water just currents going every which way. And then in the very distance they see marine battleships coming towards them. And they're just like, Marines? Aw, shit. You know, like, we're back. Basically, it's just like, you know, the Straw Hats are back. We're on an open sea now. All we got to do is go forward. So, yeah, it was definitely a good episode. Nice. It was funny as hell. Like, today's episode was definitely funny as hell. Especially Frankie, like, damn. No, it's super too late. And the Sunny can't super, although the Sunny's super, it can't hold together, you know, like shit like that. Like, damn, Frankie was awesome in this episode. Brook was pretty good too. You know, Sanji was awesome. Like, you know, Robin, yeah. All right, let's go. Let's go. We're good. We're good. Everyone else is dead. We're good. Like, he doesn't even give a shit. Ah, fuck. So it was overall, it was a good episode. Next week we got a new opening. Finally. Woo! New opening next week, and Z Ambition arc with you know, the backstory to the One Piece movie Z, and not gonna spoil anything for you guys that don't read the manga, but definitely check it. Definitely, even if you don't like watching movies without subs, you know, you can't understand Japanese. Like, I don't understand Japanese. Like, I can maybe pick up a few words because I've watched so many episodes and I've seen the translation so many times. But even if you can't understand, you know, Japanese, watch One Piece movie Z. Especially if you want to get a bit of information of like things that are coming up, because from what I've heard, there are certain appearances in the movie and backstories that are going to be really important in the next arc of One Piece. So as long as you just, you know, just watch it, just because you'll see the person that I'm talking about. And let's just say, once you see him, know that he will be the next main villain. Just know, he will be the next main villain when you see him. And you'll know who he is whenever you see him in the movie, for sure. So anyways, definitely check out One Piece movie Z on the 15th when it comes out. And definitely watch the episodes next week, because although they are filler, you know, they're canon to the series, because this movie is canon to the series. So watch the episodes, rate, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Cool and all manga. Peace out, guys. See you on Wednesday.